Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window from today. And boy, a big improvement today compared to at least Sunday and Monday with all that wind. Much less wind today, some warmer temperatures as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley, mainly East Wenatchee today from our Sky-Fi tower camera. It's up on Wenatchee Heights, and a few clouds out there today, but as I mentioned, it was a mild one. As far as precipitation goes, we're at really good shape right now. Wenatchee at 5.21 inches for the year so far. Normally we're about 4.09, so that's a nice increase compared to where we were last year at this time, where we are now 2.5 inches ahead of last year's moisture total, and we'll talk more weather coming up a little bit later on. Now, a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. The man whose body was found in a burned car outside Moses Lake last Friday night has now been identified. The northbound lanes of the Wenatchee River Bridge were shut down for about an hour and a half yesterday after a pickup crashed into the side rails of the bridge at the worst possible time. And a stolen vehicle suspect was arrested near the Moses Lake sand dunes yesterday morning after being taken down by K9 Zedd of the Grant County Sheriff's Office. But first, our top story tonight, an East Wenatchee chiropractor is charged with multiple counts of possessing child pornography. 62-year-old Wayne Mark Latimer was arrested Thursday after an investigation allegedly found explicit images of children had been collected through his Facebook account back in October. Yesterday, Chelan County prosecutors charged Latimer with four first-degree counts of possessing depictions of minors engaged in sexually explicit conduct and 4 more counts in the second degree. Sheriff's detectives say last week they seized 27 electronic devices and storage devices from Latimer's home and his Wenatchee chiropractic clinic. He is currently free from custody on a $250,000 bond and faces arraignment 1 week from today. Well, the man whose body was found in a burned car outside Moses Lake last Friday night has been identified as 25-year-old Masan Felix Iku Tutu of Moses Lake. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said detectives have found no sign of foul play after initially describing the death as suspicious. Deputies responded to what was first thought to be a vehicle collision on South Frontage Road near Road E, about 2 miles east of Moses Lake, but instead found a single car on fire. The fully engulfed car was first spotted by an off-duty police officer who said he looked in the vehicle but didn't see anybody inside. But after Grant County Fire District 5 firefighters extinguished the blaze, a body was found in the front passenger seat, still buckled in. Multiple agencies are assisting the Sheriff's Office in investigating that death. Well, the northbound lanes of the Wenatchee River Bridge were shut down for about an hour and a half yesterday after a pickup crashed into the side rails of the bridge at the worst possible time. The closure at 4:30 p.m. backed up early evening traffic for miles. Wenatchee police said a 2019 Dodge Ram 1500 being driven by a 55-year-old Leavenworth man went out of control, hit a bridge railing on the west, and then crossed both lanes and hit the east side railing. The driver did not suffer injuries that required hospitalization. The wreck left debris scattered over a wide area on the North Wenatchee Bridge, which under normal circumstances sees bottleneck traffic that time of day. The bridge wasn't fully reopened until just before 6 p.m. Wenatchee Police Captain Edgar Reinfeld said alcohol was not a factor in the accident, but excessive speed likely was. The driver has not yet been charged. The nearby railroad bridge also was shut down for a short time over concerns of debris falling on the tracks. Well, a stolen vehicle suspect was arrested near the Moses Lake sand dunes yesterday morning after being taken down by K9 Zedd of the Grant County Sheriff's Office. The arrest of 41-year-old Albert J. Gilbert came after a person in George reported about 7 a.m. that their vehicle had been stolen with a firearm inside. The owner was able to track the vehicle using its GPS system and reported it was in the area of the sand dunes. Deputy Luis Jimenez and K9 Zedd located the vehicle just south of Powerline Road near the gate to the dunes, where Jimenez reportedly saw Gilbert removing items from that stolen vehicle. Gilbert fled on foot and refused to stop, the sheriff's office reported. Because a firearm was involved, Zedd was sent after the suspect, who had to be treated at Samaritan Hospital for injuries sustained in the encounter before being booked into the Grant County Jail. Gilbert faces charges that include possession of a stolen vehicle, unlawful possession of a firearm, and obstructing a public servant. Well, when we come back, Dr. Garn Christensen's last week wrapped up his 15th and final school year as superintendent of the Eastmont School District. The Chelan-Douglas Regional Port Authority has a new board member. Chelan County's Behavioral Health Division specialists try to help out in cases where an arrest by police isn't appropriate. We'll tell you more about that. A funding bill co-sponsored by U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell is bringing almost $16.8 million to federal public lands in our area. And Douglas County is giving the public a chance to comment on a planned roundabout at the intersection of Grant Road and Nile Avenue. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Welcome back. In another news, Dr. Garn Christensen last week wrapped up his 15th and final school year as superintendent of the Eastmont School District. In a video produced by the district, staff and students had a chance to express their appreciation for Christensen's leadership. Here are some of their farewell messages.
Of all the superintendents that I've done in my 30 years of career, you were the one that I found to be most transparent, forthright, honest, and I really appreciate our personal talks, our professional talks. I wish you the very best. A lot of great adventures coming your way. I know you've got a bucket list of things to do, so don't forget about us.
And Garn, thank you so much for your dedication to our students and staff, and thank you so much for introducing us to the Water Lilies. Have a great retirement.
Happy retirement, Dr. Christensen.
Thank you, Dr. Christensen. Good luck with your retirement.
Thank you, Dr. Christensen.
Hi, Garn. We want to say goodbye detention and hello pension. And the best one is you saying retired 2022, not my problem anymore.
Hi, Garn. Enjoy your retirement. It's been great working with you.
Enjoy your travels. Thank you for all you've done for our district, and we look forward to seeing you around the valley.
So blessed to have had you in our district and being a leader of our district, and you have done so many wonderful things for our kids. I just wish you all the happiness that you deserve.
Dr. Christensen, congratulations on your retirement. I want to say thank you for being one of the first persons to provide guidance to me in my career here in Eastbound School District. Back when I was still driving a school bus, you came out for a ride along, and your words of encouragement have really helped me toward my path to becoming a teacher here. So thank you, and again, congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you for everything that you've done for Eastmont, and best of luck for your new adventure.
I can't wait to hear about all the mountains you've climbed, the oceans you have crossed, and all the bike rides you have been able to get to. Thank you from the team of 3rd grade at Lee.
I coached tennis for several years, and he would come out and make sure to come to at least one meet every single year. But to actually see the superintendent show up I felt was really, really interesting. I mean, he comes in wearing his hat and the sun hat, and we're like, I say, oh, who's that? One of those things. So
Garn, you hired each one of us and has served as not only a leader but a mentor for us over the years.
We appreciate your wisdom and that you empower women to be leaders.
Happy retirement to the big dog.
The Chelan-Douglas Regional Port Authority has a new board member. Richard DeRock, the longtime chief executive of League Transit, was appointed Tuesday to replace departing board member Rory Turner, representing Chelan County District 3. Turner had served on the board since 2016. DeRock's appointment runs until November 2023 when the seat comes up for election. He's led the Link public transportation system for the last 20 years. Chelan County's behavioral health diversion specialists try to help out in cases where an arrest by police isn't appropriate. Last week, they gave a presentation to fellow police and mental health workers to show how rural agencies can establish similar programs. Diversion Program Manager Anna Johnson and Sheriff's Chief of Patrol Adam Musgrove spoke at the National Co-Responder Conference. It was held in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. The conference involved law enforcement agencies and mental health professionals from 25 states. Chelan County was the first in north central Washington to establish a co-responder program. The Diversion Agency was established in 2021. Well, a funding bill co-sponsored by U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell is bringing almost $16.8 million to federal public lands in the Northwest, with about half that dedicated to repair and improvement projects in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest. Projects in local woodlands include removing hazardous trees along the Stevens Pass National Scenic Byway in Chelan County, replacing culverts that restrict fish passage in Okanagan County, and tackling maintenance that's been deferred on roads, trails, and bridges in both counties. Cantwell says the investments will improve access to public lands and contribute to local economies. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve. The right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Attention RVers and campers! There's a huge RV liquidation event going on now at Click It RV of Moses Lake. Click It RV of Moses Lake must make room for new inventory arriving daily. There's a huge selection of top quality RVs that must be liquidated to make room for new arrivals.
You're going to want to be at this event.
Get to Click It RV Moses Lake's huge liquidation event.
Get to Click It RV now, or you're going to be mad, bro. You probably already are.
Get the best deals anywhere at Click It RV of Moses Lake.
We guarantee it.
You are driven to succeed. This drive is part of who you are, part of your cultura, your valores. With achievement comes a sense of orgullo. It builds your community. You stand on the shoulders of those who have walked before you, the ones who pushed you to succeed. You have the choice to overcome the challenges that arise in your life. You decide your future. Sí se puede.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, the Wenatchee School District is one step closer to adopting electoral districts for future board member elections. A public hearing last night explored the proposal to elect 4 board members from new sub-districts based on 2020 census figures, with 1 member elected at large. The board is expected to discuss the proposal further on June 28th.
Our council is made up of 12 students across both Westside and Wenatchee high schools who come from diverse backgrounds and different idea points. The proposal is something that we all support. One of our members brought up how not only does this follow the Washington State Voters' Rights Act, but it also follows our new Big Six strategic plan. WSD wants to build a thriving environment for our students, who we're all here to see and who this vote we should be thinking of. In order to build this thriving environment for our students, the strategic plan highlights hiring staff that represent our community and, more importantly, our student body. If we're doing this in our classrooms, there's no reason we should not be doing this at the board level. Students need to look up to the people who are making their decisions, people who look like them, and people who can empathize with them in order to feel like they belong in our district.
While I do want to thank the community-minded individuals on the board who have advocated repeatedly and continuously for redistricting, I also want to highlight that there are multiple that have done nothing but stonewall in efforts on the level playing field. It has been spelled out in no uncertain terms that our current school board elections are in violation of which of our voting rights, which means we are currently, right now, in danger of lawsuit if we don't move forward with redistricting. There is no logical reason for a single board member to vote against redistricting unless they are afraid to lose their seat.
In order to have a truly representative electoral system, I ask that the board engage with community in order to meet them where they are at and have dialogue about all of the options on the table. This would allow folks to gain more insight and information on how each option could affect families and children. As board members, you all made a commitment to address the needs of your community and your constituents. Constituents deserve to be properly informed on all the possible outcomes for future elections.
Weather forecast, nice warm up for us today. We've been in the 60s the last couple of days. We got to 70 today. Unfortunately, that's still quite a bit below where we should be for this time of year at 78 degrees. Look at that record high, 1999 at 100. We started off on the cool side. In fact, only 3 degrees above our record low of 43 set back in 2016. We were at 46, 55 is normal. 5:03 is when the sun came up this morning, and it sets for us tonight at 8:59. Let's take a quick look now at what we can expect as we get you into your Thursday. And I'll tell you what, tomorrow's going to be a pretty fair day. We'll see less cloudiness, mid-70s in the Columbia Basin, lower 70s back to the west, 65 the cool spot tomorrow in Lake Wenatchee. Taking a look at tonight, we can expect cloudy skies, mainly because of this area of low pressure that's bringing clouds our way. Could see a little bit of this southeast moisture move up our direction. So I think overnight we could pick up a light shower or two with lows in the mid-50s. Getting you into Thursday, morning showers, not a very good chance for that. We'll turn partly cloudy in the afternoon with highs, as we just talked about, mainly in the low 70s. Getting you into the end of your work week on Friday, mostly cloudy skies. 30% chance for showers. That'll be off and on throughout the day. We are going to warm up a little bit, though, as we are going to see a bit of a southerly flow. Mid-70s your high on Friday. Getting you into the weekend now. Mostly cloudy skies. Thunderstorms in our forecast right throughout north central Washington on Saturday. We'll see high temperatures with all that cloudiness back down into the low 70s. And then for your Father's Day, here comes the wind again. We're going to see plenty of that on Sunday, mostly cloudy and mild with high temperatures in the mid 70s for your Sunday. Kicking off your next work week, things will improve. Mostly sunny skies. Big area of high pressure out in the Pacific will provide some nice weather for us. We expect mid to upper 70s on Monday. For Tuesday, also a nice day expected, mostly sunny skies. It will be even a little bit warmer. How about that? We're going to approach 80 degrees for Tuesday with highs generally in the upper 70s. Take a look at that 7-day forecast. 72, we almost made it today. 54 tonight, morning showers tomorrow, then scattered showers on Friday with thunderstorms developing as we get you into Saturday. Temperatures pretty consistently into the mid-70s, and then next week we'll take a nice jump. Mostly sunny skies Monday and Tuesday with highs in the mid to upper 70s. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. Logan Gilbert was dominant, and the Mariners' bats woke up just enough to give Seattle a 5-0 win over Minnesota last night. Gilbert pitched 6 innings of 4-hit ball with 6 strikeouts and earned his 7th win of the season. Offensively, Eugenio Suarez and Ty France did the damage to put Seattle on the winning side.
A couple of home runs, as legend holds. Speaking of home runs, this is on its way. Clubbed and gone. Banging right beneath Edgar's sign. Number 12 for Eugenio Suarez. He tagged Ryan deep, and he has put the Mariners in front. It's a 2-0 Mariners lead in the 4th inning. France, a big blast. Way back. This is by the wall. Is gone! Home run, Ty France! Checking in double digits on the season, his 10th. It's a 2-run tater. It brings home Dylan Moore, and it's a 4-0 Mariners lead. Smoke down the left field line. This is a base hit. Dylan Moore can stroll home. Haggerty is into second. He drives in a run. It's a 5-0 Mariners lead. Bottom part of the order getting things done once again for the Mariners.
Second run scored for Dylan and stole a couple bases and scored both times.
Jammed him. Vesta. Let's put a wrap on it. He does. Pitcher makes the final out. The Mariners wrap up their 3rd shutout win of the season.
Suarez a 2-run home run. France a 2-run home run for Ty, his 10th on the year. Sam Haggerty, emergency start for him as Crawford scratched late. He comes up with a double to drive in a run. Nice night for the guys offensively.
The victory snapped a little 2-game losing skid for the Mariners. Manager Scott Servais says it was the shot in the arm the Mariners needed right now.
We needed one of those games. Really outstanding pitching, timely hitting, a couple of big home runs, obviously, and that's what it takes. Obviously, a couple guys out of the lineup tonight for different reasons, and you need the other guys to step up, and they did. Gino, big homer, and Ty behind it. A lot of good stuff there, but like I often say, it starts with the guy on the bump, and I can't say enough about the job Logan Gilbert continues to do. He's putting together, it looks to me like maybe an all-star type season. I think he's certainly distinguishing himself as one of the better starters in this league, and just awesome again tonight. 6 shutouts, had everything working, very aggressive with the fastball like he always is. Really happy for him, and we have been running him really hard His last 3 times out have been well over 100 pitches, so tonight we got a chance to pull it back. That was the game plan going in. We've played very well because he's driving the train when he's out there. Super confident. He's just got that way about him that he knows he's going to get deep in the ball game and give us a chance to win, and that's exactly what he's doing. It's not shutouts every time out, but it's been super competitive. Our team knows when he's pitching. You know, you got a pitcher that's been that consistent. You know, you got to figure out a way to play good defense behind him, which we did tonight, and score a couple runs, and should be in good shape. Worked out great.
Mariners and Twins were wrapping up the rubber match of that 3-game set earlier today. Marco Gonzalez against Sonny Gray. The only way to watch that game was on YouTube, so we might have highlights tomorrow, maybe not. Checking the Les Schwab American League West scoreboard, J.D. Martinez and Rafael Devers homered for Boston as the Red Sox beat Oakland 6-1. Kyle Tucker's 2-run homer capped off a 4-run 8th inning for Houston as the Astros came back to beat Texas 4-3. Dodgers beat the Angels 2-0 in the Battle of Los Angeles as Justin Turner earned a bases-loaded walk in the 4th. Mookie Betts homered in the 8th. Tony Gonsolin and 3 relievers combined on a 3-hit shutout for the Dodgers. Houston's lead in the American League West, by the way, 8.5 games over Texas, 9.5 over the Angels. Seattle remains 10 games back in 4th place. Well, Bellingham blanked the Apple Sox in the first of 6 straight games between the two clubs in West Coast League play last night. 7-0 the final. Trevor Hope and Jack Erdman combined on a 5-hit shutout of Wenatchee at Joe Martin Field. Voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman, has the story on a bat breakdown for Wenatchee.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox went into Tuesday night's game rolling offensively. They had the 3rd best runs scored in the West Coast League and were tied for the best batting average in the WCL. However, the Apple Sox bats were stymied as they were shut out for the first time this season as they fell to the Bellingham Bells by a 7-0 score at Joe Martin Field. Michael Davini picked up a couple of hits for the Apple Sox as he stretched his hitting streak to 10 games, but that was really all that Wenatchee had going. No extra base hits, only a couple of times threatening with multiple runners on the base paths. Wenatchee looks to bounce back as they take on the Bells on Wednesday night at 6:35 p.m. at Joe Martin Field. With your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
Thank you much, Joel. You can hear the action with Joel locally on radio on Sunny FM. Wenatchee has 2 more in Bellingham before returning to host the Bells Friday and Saturday and Sunday. We'll have Friday's game live here on the NCWLIFE channel. Well, the big news of the day in the West Coast League yesterday was the announcement that former NFL wide receiver was joining the Port Angeles Lefties. We're talking about former Seahawk Golden Tate. Former 2-sport athlete at Notre Dame, he joined the Lefties for the rest of the season. According to West Coast League Commissioner Rob Nyer, Tate still has 2 years of college eligibility remaining after leaving the Fighting Irish for the draft in 2010. Out of high school in Tennessee, Tate was drafted by the Arizona Diamondbacks, but chose to play football and baseball at Notre Dame. He was drafted again in college by the San Francisco Giants before going to the Seahawks and playing football in the NFL. Tate did well in his debut for Port Angeles last night. Yeah, the Lefties went on to beat Bend 5-2. Tate finished the game 2 for 4 with a run. In other West Coast League action last night, Clayton Loringer was 2 for 4 with a home run, while Ivan Breithauer hit a 3-run shot to lead Edmonton over Ridgefield 7-4. Kiki Romero was 2 for 5 with an RBI as Corvallis held on to beat Cowlitz 6-5. Travis Weiss brought the Bears within a run in the bottom of the 9th with a 2-run homer. Cowlitz had the tying run at 3rd, winning run at 2nd, but then popped out to end the game. Felix Chenier Rondeau for RBI single in the bottom of the 9th helped Kamloops walk off against Victoria 5-4. C.J. Richmond's grand slam home run highlighted a 7-run second inning for Kelowna in the Falcons' 8-3 win at Nanaimo. Spencer Shipman's 3-run home run in the 4th inning proved to be the game winner for Yakima Valley in the Pippins' 3-1 win at Springfield. Kamloops leads the West Coast League's North Division with a game over Bellingham. Wenatchee fell to a 3-way tie for 3rd with Victoria and Kelowna. Port Angeles is 2 games back, while both Nanaimo and Edmonton remain 3 games out of first place. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And that is going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.